At the end of the storm, there is a golden sky and the sweet silver song of the lark. Walk out through the
Stephen, a sombre start tonight.
That's right, Andrea. The funeral's taken place of Celtic and Scotland legend Jimmy Johnstone. Hundreds of mourners, including the remaining members of the Lisbon Lions, attended the service in the winger's hometown of Uddingston. Afterwards, the funeral cortege made its way to Celtic Park, where thousands of supporters had gathered to pay their last respects.
Thousands of football fans have lined the streets around Celtic Park in Glasgow to pay their last respects to Jimmy Johnstone. The footballing legend was part of Celtic's Lisbon Lions side, the first British team to win the European Cup in 1967.
Tens of thousands of mourners lined the streets of Glasgow's East End this afternoon to say their final farewells to footballer Jimmy Johnstone.
The former Celtic and Scotland winger died on Monday after a long battle with motor neuron disease. At the Requiem Mass in his hometown of Uddingston, today's scenes were described as a river of sadness at the passing of the greatest ever Celtic player. Gavin Walker reports.
Ave Maria.
They came from far and wide, family, friends and fans together, to say goodbye to the man they called Jinky. Jimmy's reputation was vast, but it was by players and fans of Celtic that he was most loved.
And Johnstone won it.
In 1967, he helped the Glasgow side become the first British club to win the European Cup. But Jimmy never forgot his roots.
All right, pal. How you doing? All right, Jen, what's that? That's no grapefruit juice, is it?
Buddy.
Hello, guys.
Tell me this, did you hear that squeak? Did you hear that squeaking there?
No, what was it?
On your poker. Well, do you want to just go right in here and get it started? Right, okay, that's marvellous.
If I can have your attention, guys, just for a couple of minutes. Thank you very much. Just going to let you know the course of the evening, how we're going to go. First of all, there's a couple of wee things. In regards to any autographs or photographs, we'll be happy we can sort out that at the end of the evening. We're here, obviously, to honour one of Celtic's greatest players, Mr. Jimmy Johnstone. That's what the whole evening's about, first of all. We're also delighted to welcome someone that says it done all his work for, Mr. Bairds, Lisbon Lion. We're going to kick things off, if I can ask you, just to get the auction going, get the raffle going, before we get things moving. Our first speaker this evening is going to be Bertie Auld, who's going to tell you some fabulous stories, all about Jinky and different things that's going on. So, if I can ask all these to bear with us, Tam's been floating about, ducking under a bar. Somebody says that all drinks were on Tam the night at Bear's bar, so he's ducking about saying no chance. OK, gentlemen. Shh. The first speaker is someone that needs no introduction. He's going to have a wee chat with us for 15 minutes. Please give a big Bear's bar welcome to Mr. Bertie Auld.
John, I'd have been disappointed you wouldn't have asked me. The last time I heard applause like that was in this bar, and Cad was on the booze, they bought everybody a fucking drink. By the way, he wasn't long and sober, not. As usual, I must say this, and I always feel it, without any fear of contradiction, you haven't fucking surprised us. You're the most brilliant support in the fucking world. Please look after your own. The biggest doesn't matter, I'll tell you, the wholehearted, that's what it's all about. If everybody had the same heart as what you had, I'll tell you, it'd be a far better world. These are magnificent. But let me say this to you here and now. She's came here tonight to look after one of your own, which she's always doing, and you couldn't get any better. This is the greatest. Without any fear. As you can see here, Aggie gave me £1. See the first photo is for him and Aggie. Aggie says it's been fucking long since he's seen you. That's a deposit, by the way, in case he doesn't turn up. But all kidding and joking aside, I must tell you two true stories about this guy. When I came back in '65, he's a wee bit embarrassed, but don't fucking worry about it, embarrass me. I was Big Billy and all the great players was playing for Scotland, and we went to Austria, Vienna to play a friendly game, and I hadn't played, and I knew Jimmy and I knew his skills and everything like that, but I hadn't played with him. And anyway, they came to this tour, and he was just a young boy, and you could picture it. We're under the cosh, we're getting beat 1-0, and I was doing the fucking usual, batting for it, running after the ball, chasing and harassing. Hey, I'm telling the story, right?
Gentlemen, can I ask you again, some of the boys are here. Give a big round of applause for Mr. John Fallon. Mr. Joe McBride. And Mr. George McCluskey. Mr. Dixie Deans. And Mr. John Hughes. Okay guys, well as I said earlier on, it's going to be tight tonight, but it's tight and cosy, and we're going to pass you back on to Bertie, so we get best order please, and we'll run through the show. Thank you.
Thanks, what a team this would make, eh? We wouldn't need a fucking goalkeeper, would we? By the way, we're not different than we were Moor Day. Listen, it wasn't for us, you wouldn't be a star because you wouldn't have in the team and Big Yogi would have been in it. That's the only cunt I know that thought the net was for stoking the ball. But anyway, as you can appreciate, in Vienna it was a fabulous game and it was going from end to end, and I hadn't. Wee Jimmy was playing his usual self and he was doing marvellous things. And you know yourself when you're heading it off the byline and heading it at the goal line, and then you're up crossing balls and trying to get the end of Yogi, you know what I mean?